up my drink because this is about to be a long story. No, just kidding. Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite sister girl, Tonya Latrice, and I'm back with another video for y'all today. Y'all, today we're gonna do a story time video about when I lived in Atlanta we lived there for 2 years. Yeah, so let's get right into it, girl. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that the post notification bell, yeah, so you can get my videos time they come out. Like this video. If you don't, then dislike it and leave me a comment down below, okay? Let's get right into it. So y'all, where did we leave off last, y'all? We lived in Orlando and we were getting ready to move to Atlanta. So we had a friend that lived in Augusta, but Augusta was just too slow for us. And at that time, I worked in corporate America, so I was working in the accounting field, and I just couldn't find any type of work or anything like that. That was before I was like pretty much working from home all the time, even before the pandemic or whatever. So we moved to Atlanta in, what was that, 2017? Yeah, we moved to Atlanta 2017, and when we first got there, we ended up moving to Braselton. Y'all, why is it so far from Atlanta? So any other city that you live in, you know, like if you live in Houston, you have Katy. Here in St. Louis, you have like Florissant and Clayton. Baby, in Atlanta, you have Braselton, Marietta, Decula. That's where we live. Girl, we lived in Decula. We lived in Decula before we got to Braselton, but we were only there like momentarily, just for a little period of time, with a relative. Didn't work out long. That was another long story. But anywho, end up moving out to Braselton, y'all. So I'm thinking regular city to county time frame, right? A regular little 20-30 minute commute. Girl, why was it like an hour and a half? An hour, yes, sis, yes, an hour and a half from Atlanta, girl, ridiculous. So we ended up living in Braselton. We stayed out there for a little while, y'all, but I just couldn't do it, girl. So all of Georgia, y'all know, everything is now. Nothing in Atlanta is conveniently located, okay? Absolutely nothing. So we lived in Braselton for a while, y'all. Like I said, it was extremely far from the city. End up moving to closer towards the city. Still never actually quite got to live in the Atlanta area, y'all, because it was just too much hustle and bustle, homelessness around. It was crazy. So you would probably want to go to somewhere like the Sandy Springs area, somewhere like that. What is it, the Buckhead area, Midtown area. Those are fairly nice areas, but we wanted to live a little further out, and plus also, again, for work purposes, it was just more convenient to live closer to where more corporations and things like that were located. So we lived out in Lawrenceville. Now, I like Lawrenceville, okay? In Lawrenceville, everything was conveniently located for what it is that you needed, whether if it was entertainment, food, all of that, right? So anytime you want to go somewhere, though, you know, you got to go to that downtown Atlanta, Midtown, Buckhead, all of those areas. So y'all, we used to go to this little poetry spot called Cats. Not sure if it's there, but it's in the downtown area. It's called Cats. It's like a little poetry open mic night. It's kind of like in like the little basement, and they do valet, right? So, but this is the catch, right? It's free valet. But you gotta tip them, of course. But then you gotta pay for like some other stuff. So girl, it's crazy, right? Like you cannot park yourself. That's one thing I do not like about living in Atlanta is when you go out to a lot of the places, either you can't park your own car, or they're gonna they're gonna charge you for valet, or you have to like just show up in an Uber, right? Like, because it just makes no sense to show up and it's like, oh, valet only. Well, I ain't never heard of that. I'm from St. Louis, baby. I ain't never heard of valet only. That was completely different for me. But a lot of the like black owned restaurants and things like that, y'all, we absolutely loved it. One of our favorite places to go to was in like the downtown kind of area was Pond City Market. We loved that place, y'all. So many different restaurants, different shops and things like that that you could do on the inside. I actually ended up volunteering with this company. There they have like this little outdoor market, I think like twice a month, and you can volunteer for it. Go ahead and look into that. It was so much fun. I enjoyed. Get out! Get out! Do not come in my room. My damn water bottle. But it was in Pond City Market, y'all, and it was so nice. I absolutely loved it. You would volunteer and pretty much help the vendors set up for the little market that they would have. It was like a little farmers market that they would do. I think it was like twice a month back then, but again, that was back in 2017, so I don't know what they may have going on now. But if you like to volunteer, I would definitely look into volunteering at Pond City Market. I think I found it on Eventbrite. Another thing that I loved about living in Atlanta, y'all, is the conferences. They had a downtown, like this major conference little spot. I forgot the name of it though. It might come to me. Y'all know how it is when you be talking. But y'all, I got to see Les Brown, and if y'all don't know, he is a great motivational speaker. I got to meet him in person, y'all, and that was like a big life-changing moment for me. I think at that moment, I saw so many other entrepreneurs and self-development speakers, motivational speakers, and it just kind of like changed my life. But anywho, that's for another story. But y'all, yeah, I absolutely love living in Atlanta, y'all. They have so many great food places. One of my favorite places to go to was this little spot called the Georgia Diner. I think it's on, girl, what street is that on? Ooh, it's out there by Juicy Crab. I'm not sure of the street, but it's called Georgia Diner. It is absolutely amazing. They had this waitress there, y'all. I absolutely loved her, girl. She was the sweetest every single time I came in there, y'all. I ate there like every Saturday. It was crazy. It was only like a good 20 minutes away from my house, so I absolutely love that. If you are looking for something a little bit more reasonable, I would definitely suggest maybe going further out, especially if you want more space, if you have a family, or if you just want more space in general. I would definitely move further out to like the Sandy Spring area, the Decula areas, the Marietta areas, the Lawrenceville areas, all of that. It's a little bit. Now let's talk about employment. If you are looking for work in Atlanta, pretty much in any industry, but I was in the accounting field, so pretty much anything, accounts payable, accounts receivable, audits, taxes, anything like that. I was in that field. Y'all, the employment in that field is plentiful, especially if you have great experience and you are good at what you do, honey, and that resume look good, girl. You are gonna land an amazing job. Now, it might be a little further, okay? It might be, you might have to drive, sis, but they pay what they weigh. I'm telling you, y'all, it is so nice if you are in that industry. Of course, if you are an entrepreneur, you already know the deal in Atlanta and how all of that goes. There are so many businesses that are ran by everyday people, you know, that just started out, that wanted to move to Atlanta with a dream, you know what I'm saying? And they, you know, did what needs to be done. But that wasn't my situation, baby. I was a corporate woman back then. I am a full-time content creator now, honey, on YouTube. But anyway, that wasn't the case back then. I was going to work then. Y'all, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. The only thing that I must say must be like my con versus all of the other things that are the pros, like the Georgia Diner. The weather was amazing. One of my cons was everything was pretty much far. You know, you pretty much have to drive like a good little minute if you really wanted to get somewhere, or either like be stuck in traffic. But you know, it is what it is. But another thing I loved about living in Atlanta, y'all, was they have so many natural parks and nature parks and places that you can go to go swimming, to go hiking. I also hiked the Stone Mountain. I hiked that, y'all, a couple times actually. That was a lot of fun. We also went to this little spot. I'm gonna put y'all on because a lot of y'all, I don't know if you know or maybe you don't know, girl, it's a little spot called Tabby Beach. It's called Hilton Head Beach. Hilton, like the hotel, Head, H-E-A-D, Beach. Girl, check it out. Look it up, sis. You're welcome. They have some amazing hotels, beachfront. They have an outlet mall, y'all, that's like, it has like 4 sections, okay, and you have to drive to all 4. We also went to Savannah while we were there, y'all, and Savannah is really nice. It was real chill, but it's a conservative area, so Yeah, I didn't know exactly how I felt about that, but it was nice. It was nice. I loved it. It was real cute. I love the fact that Georgia, you were able to get to a lot of places and have some fun. You don't really have to leave your state. I did absolutely love that about living in Georgia. And baby, the thrift stores, sis, if you love to thrift, go to Park Avenue. It's a Park Avenue outlet there, baby. I think it's in Decatur. Girl, honey, they have some good stuff. The Value Village there, the Goodwills there, baby. Atlanta have some of the best Goodwills. Well, you know, like some of the best items in the Goodwills that I have seen, and I have been to Goodwills all over. I'm talking about Seattle, Alaska, West Coast, LA, Las Vegas, all over. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. But Atlanta got some of the best ones, and probably Houston. I haven't been to any yet in Houston, but Houston is next on my list. But let's see, another thing that I absolutely love about living in Atlanta, y'all, was just the people. Like, some of the people were so chill. Like, it's so easy to meet friends and things like that. Like, if you're looking for somebody, like if you're looking to go out and meet some new people, Atlanta is definitely one of the places where you can go and pretty much meet new people anytime you go anywhere. Pretty much it's like a melting pot, right? Like, nobody that lives in Atlanta is really from Atlanta. When you meet people, they're like, oh, I'm from Detroit, I'm from New York, I'm from Jersey, I'm from LA, I'm from Florida, I'm from Mississippi, I'm from Houston. They're from all over. I'm from St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're from all over. So that's another thing that's good. You pretty much have a lot of people from all over. So it's not like you have a bunch of locals, which sometimes can't be all that great. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to deal with a whole bunch of locals. I mean, maybe that's just my opinion. I don't know. Whatever. But y'all, I absolutely love that part of it, y'all. And like I said, it's easy to find employment. So I love that. Love, love, love that. Y'all, the nightlife in Atlanta was crazy. I used to go to Atlanta Pride all the time when I lived in St. Louis. I had never been when we lived in Orlando, but when we lived in Atlanta, you know, it's in Little Piedmont Park or whatever. If you don't know, then maybe yes. But baby, back in the day, baby, Atlanta Pride used to be poppin'. Do you hear me? It does not pop the way it used to. The Pride wasn't priding. Pride was not priding when we went there back. I think that was in 2018 when we went to Pride there, girl. And it just wasn't what I thought it would be, because it used to be everything, baby, when I used to go like 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, so I just wanted to come and give y'all my little quick story on when I lived in Atlanta. Because from there we moved back to St. Louis, but I'm not gonna do a video on that because from there we moved to Las Vegas, and now I am gonna talk about when we lived in Las Vegas. So again, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can hear that story as well. If you have any questions you want to ask me about any of those things that I talked about in the video, be sure to go ahead and leave them down below. Girl, again, honey, I absolutely loved living in Atlanta. It's so many things to do, room for opportunities, growth, and volunteering if you love to do things like that. Amazing churches, if you're a God-fearing person and you love to go to church, just so many great things. But one of those cons, honey, is everything is far and the traffic is a mess.